just about set. Starting in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
640.
And the 1-0. Fought off foul.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. Right side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. It features a great veteran presence, Freddie Freeman.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure. And he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in. But somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Left field. Gurriel has it sized up. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
2 down, bases empty. The batter now, Freddie Freeman. What a stop. Fires to first. And very nicely done for the out. Dodgers go down quietly, and now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chase Field, and on the mound in this one, Roki Sasaki.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
And here it comes. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And he swings over the top there.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Roll save. That's a stolen base. Two balls, no strikes to count. The Dodgers are looking very strong so far this season. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 3.
Yeah, you mentioned how well they played, Boog, and I think it's a sign of things to come. You don't win as frequently as they have by accident.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. And the count's full.
3-2.
This one smacked out to left center. Reach and try, but can't bring it in. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with 1 out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Next is the designated hitter, Pavin Smith. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And fouled off. The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with a fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Here's Josh Naylor. Right through there for a strike. Carroll on third. Perdomo at first. One gone. Next offering upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take.
Run around the move. Swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
No throw. Safe at second. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Swing and a miss at a slider. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. Just missed.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2 on, 2 outs. And they're all loaded up.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Batting 6, left fielder, Lourdes.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Strike 1. And that one is downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Next offering misses. They're down 3 in a row.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
They obviously were in a pretty great spot to take the lead right there with the bases loaded, and I'll say that was a good patient at bat to draw the walk, and you know what? Still counts as an RBI.
Alec Thomas, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Now 1-1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one missing low. Caught him looking for the K. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. On to the 2nd inning here in the desert. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Dodgers nothing. And we're back. Now it's going to be Will Smith. Rodriguez back to work. Swinging a foul straight back. Strike 2.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Here comes Max Muncy. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Rodriguez measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, a sinker, and he works in a slider. Base knock center field. Runner stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning. First and second, no outs. Miguel Rojas getting ready to hit. good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. On the ground, could be two. There's one on the nailer. They got two.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Hesung Kim digs in now. Swing and a ground ball. Perdomo on to first. And the inning is over. One left for LA, and it remains 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the second baseman, number 13. Just off the outside edge. 1-0.
1-0.
That one fouled off. Fouled off. He was late. 1-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Check swing and a 3-2. Appeal down to first, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, Boog, that's an example of a good at-bat without getting into the hit column. He saw a lot of pitches right there, and that can set your team up for success later in the game.
Next to hit, Jose Herrera. 1 out, bases empty. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll. He led off the bottom of the first with a single and then came in to score. That one at the knees for a strike. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs. Goes down looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Nothing doing for Arizona, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here in the desert, and now here is Andy Pajes. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Shortened the bunt and missed it, going 1. Bunting for a hit. Bare hand has to hurry to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. First and second, no outs. Here's Shohei Ohtani. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. Here's Mookie to
Now
hit.
batting,
It's
right
early,
fielder,
but these at-bats
Mookie
can impact the
Betts.
game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
Where'd
That's a
that
ball.
last pitch miss?
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Slides for the stop. The feed for one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
As we go to
Leading
the
off
last
for
of the
the
third. And the
Diamondbacks.
batter now,
Shortstop,
Geraldo
Geraldo Perdomo.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Fastball for a strike. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs.
1 and 2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Smith gathers, throws in time, and a drop third strike leads to the first out.
Up
Well, right
next
now
for the
he's in cruise
Diamondbacks.
control, autopilot, just
Designated
dominating
hitter,
these hitters. He
David
doesn't look like it's a
Smith.
fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
And now Pavin Smith. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swings through that one for strike 1.
No ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Muncy snags it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting,
2
first
outs, base is
baseman,
empty.
Josh
And next will be the
Naylor.
cleanup hitter, Josh Naylor. Late on that fastball.
Just a
0-1.
bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
2 outs, base is empty. On the ground to third. No play. That's an infield single.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Suarez batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. That
Nope.
just
Ball 1.
misses, and that's ball 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Betts settles underneath it, and that is that. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. On to the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Freeman hits it in the air. Gurriel trying to get there. And there's 1 down. The batter. Now will be Will Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far. On the ground to the left. Toss to Naylor, and they get the out on Smith. Muncy digs in. A single his first time. And a big swing and a miss. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning and then the research.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. So they make short work of him there. We're midway in the 4th. Back here at Chase Field, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. On the ground. He steps on the bag, and a quick out, number one. Alec Thomas now. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
1-1.
Swing and a foul out of play. And down on strikes he goes. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
And that is downstairs. And the count even 1-1. That one missed.
2-1.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. And we're back. New inning getting started, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. Cut on and lifted in the air, and that will fall. And a good start to the inning.
Waste no time there. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And now Hesung Kim. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away. Rojas into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field, brings it in. Runner tags at second, and the throw's off line, safe at third. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes.
Ground ball left side. Suarez throw to first in time. 2 away. James Outman the next to hit. Line drive makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the D-backs catcher Jose Herrera. First pitch, and he just misses. And here comes
Pitching for Los Angeles, number 78, Ben Kasparias.
Up.
late swing, foul to the left. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So the batting order
Now
turns
batting,
over.
right
Corbin
fielder,
Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Carroll.
A swing and a miss, and that's
No
strike
ball.
one.
One strike.
Carroll, in his 3rd season, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. Just missed. Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Out towards right center field. Betts settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down. 2 down, bases empty. Now up next for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
1-0.
And that one ripped into right. Betts brings it in for the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Rodriguez back to work. Swing and a tackler that rolls foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball.
Suarez on to second. They get one. Relay to first. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. 0 for 2 in this one. Ripped on a line. Carroll makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Well, we go bottom 6, and now it's going to be Pavin Smith. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, these Diamondbacks really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. He muscles that one out the opposite way. Home run number 5 on the season, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. That one lifted to left. Outman makes the grab, one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Suarez stands in here, takes ball 1 low. That's a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And it's Lord. It's Gurriel Jr.
Pitching for Los Angeles, number 51, Alex
Gurriel
Garcia.
gets a piece. Garcia winds and deals. Fastball for a strike. Suarez at first, 1 gone. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, double play. And the inning is over. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Back here in the desert, we go to the top of the 7th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Muncy swings through it for strike 1. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jalen Beeks up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Mena warming up as well. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Back-to-back singles. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. 1 for 2. On the ground, right side. Good feed, that's 1. Back to the pitcher covering in time. It's a double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Line drive. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. Still in total. Back here at Chase Field, and now the center fielder, Alec Thomas. Clips the corner, 0-1. And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I
Now
mean, finding
batting,
all the
number
holes
13.
in his swing and his approach. Just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game. I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Swings and misses,
No ball,
and it's
2 strikes.
0-2. And that's
1
in the
and 2.
dirt. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
No,
A
that's
little
ball.
bit low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Pulled the string on the changeup. Jose Herrera stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Just missed. Late on that fastball.
1 and 1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. We'll see if he continues to climb the ladder.
It's in and out of his glove. Back to the top of the
Now
order.
batting,
This is
the
Corbin
right
Carroll.
fielder,
1 for 3.
Corbin Carroll.
And that's in there for strike 1. Herrera off of first with 2 away. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. To third. In plenty of time to first out in the top of the 8th.
That play
Now
won't be
batting,
trending on
left
social
fielder,
media
James
later on,
Outman.
but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And here is James Outman. First pitch misses.
1 and 0.
And there's a foul ball. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Late with the swing there.
It really looks like
1
these
ball,
hitters
2
have been
strikes.
in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And it drops in. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now batting, the
Next to hit,
designated hitter,
Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Snap throw to first. Outman back on a dive. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ohtani with a swing. High fly ball driven deep to right. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's Mookie now. 0 for 3 in this one. On the ground to third. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. Really important at bat coming up now.
Clutch situation, and here comes one of the best hitters in these spots, Freddie Freeman. And that one fouled off. Little chopper rolls foul. Outman at second. Betts on at first with 2 down.
Oh.
The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Eric Spalding up and throwing for manager Torey Lovello. Falk getting loose as well. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's the 3rd out. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Dodgers nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
Los
now,
Angeles.
new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the
57.
bottom of the 8th. Luis Garcia.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Perdomo at the plate now. That's ball 1. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And that one is lifted in the air. 1 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And first offering is fouled off. Garcia, a 6'2" righty, 240 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Cut on and miss, struck him out. 2 out. 2 outs, base is empty. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Josh Naylor. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. And a strike in there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That misses the zone. 2-1.
When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Hard hit left side. And he can't come up with it.
Well, the throw was right there. He just dropped it. Didn't look it into the pocket. Maybe had a little late movement on it and hit the heel of the glove and just clanked. One of those errors where you kind of can't believe it when you do it.
Suarez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swings through that one.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the back now. And on the mound, the closer, Eric Spalding. A chance at his first save of the year. Grounds one to short. Perdomo tosses to first. Out, leading off the top of the 9th, and they take care of a big
Dodgers,
threat right there. Here's Max
Muncy.
Muncy. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
That missed by a lot. 1-2 to count.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. And it's even up. Rocketed out towards right center. 2 down. So last chance for the Dodgers. And now the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. Ground ball up the middle. And that chance handled. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.